Oh my lord, who would win in a battle between Madara Uchiha and Kaido, the king of beasts?
This should be like a 10-second debate, and Madara wins. The fact that it goes for 4 minutes and 20 seconds tells me that there's something going wrong.
Let's start with this guy. He can certainly kill Kaido by removing his soul with
First of all, I don't know why you're using feats from pain, and you can't actually use the feat from pain. Even though he has the Rinnegan, he actually has to be proven to have used the Rinnegan to use that ability. It's kind of like saying, oh, because Sarada is a Uchiha, she can do every single thing that Shisui ever did. Madara has never used this ability.
In theory, Madara's storm-style Fang of Light attack, which cuts all things and moves at the speed of light, should be able to cut Kaido in half. In theory.
Alright, first of all, it's not a theory, it's a fact. This is even more so with the new release of Boruto panels. The purpose of the Ten Tails is to absorb or consume the entire planet and its energy, and eventually become a chakra fruit. If one was to absorb either the Ten Tails or eat a chakra fruit, kind of like Momoshiki, this would mean that they consumed a planet-level amount of energy. This would mean that Light Fang would hit with the force of a planet amount of energy. This is further confirmed when they explain that the amount of chakra that the Ten Tails held was like its own planet, and that the jutsu that was used to transform the Ten Tails into a catastrophic planetary construction core is what Hagoromo used to create the moon. And creating the moon requires a significant more amount of energy than destroying a moon. So if Madara himself can use Chibaku Tensei, the same ability that even Hagoromo used to create the moon, and he canonically has a planetary amount of energy, this puts Madara at least small planetary.
Madara has time to get up the infinite Tsukiyomi. It's over.
Yes, I agree. Madara with prep time would absolutely slam. Madara without prep time would also slam.
There's an argument to be made that his truth-seeking orbs can do significant damage.
Madara's orbs were quite literally explained to be erasure. You touch them, you get erased.
He also has Limbo clones, as well as a secondary set that he got with the secondary Rinnegan.
So in One Piece, you could say Haki allows people to detect different things they can't see. Kind of like how Sasuke was able to see these Limbo clones because of his Rinnegan. The problem is that in Naruto, they're talking interplanetary dimensions. These clones aren't even in the same plane of existence. This is again something that One Piece characters have never dealt with before. They've never left the One Piece planet. With the exception of Enel, going to the moon and stuff like that. But I'm talking about in terms of detecting things that exist in other realms or other dimensions or in other planets, no one in One Piece has done that.
In order for him to do this, he needs to hold him down, and seeing as this guy is the same size as an inner city apartment complex in base.
Nobody in One Piece has dealt with somebody who's not only consumed a planet amount of energy on top of his own current abilities. Madara could easily hold him down. But again, I don't actually believe that he can use that soul extraction ability in the first place. And we discussed this before, he can literally reshape these truth-seeking orbs to basically completely defend him, and Kaido would not be able to break them. So he basically spends the next 3 minutes explaining the speed scaling for Kaido. In summary, he basically said that because Luffy can dodge light, that makes Kaido faster than Luffy. The gap between multi-continental, let's give him that, which is Kaido, compared to planetary level, is so crazy that it's like literally putting yourself against an ant, and you're trying to claim that the ant beats you. In conclusion, Madara wins negative difficulty.